All right, hey, good morning. Jeff here. Package in the mail. This is the Metalhead Box that I've mentioned before. It's a subscription, monthly subscription. And this is the November Metalhead Box. Yes, we are near the end of December. But this is understandable because, first off, they had problems with getting some of the product that comes in, and so they did mail it later than usual. So instead of mailing it at the end of November, it went out at the beginning of December. Plus, it comes from Canada. But it has sat in the system for a little longer than it should have, just thanks to the whole USPS system. But it is here now. I have watched some other videos of people who have opened theirs because basically a lot of the boxes are different. If you're not familiar with the Metalhead Box, it is a monthly metal subscription series. In the earlier days of its existence, they just sent you metal, general metal. Now that tended to be a lot more of the extreme, heavier stuff, modern metal type material. Recently, and seems like in this year, they've given the opportunity, they've given the option to be able to choose subgenres of metal. So I went ahead and subscribed, and I chose between classic metal and power metal. So hopefully that will avoid the extreme, the death, the heavier stuff like that. Last month's box, the October box, was my first, and I was more than thrilled with it. Now, I have watched a bunch of other unboxing videos, and most everybody either has a CD box or they are in the extreme metal. The thing that I noticed about the October box was one of the two items that people got, everybody got the same band. That was the Vanek band that I've mentioned recently that I discovered there. Everybody received the Vanek, and then the second item was something different. Now, the boxes I've watched so far this month, people who have received theirs in the past week or even two if they were living close enough, I haven't seen a pattern. Musically, it seems like it's been all over the place. And I've even seen two guys in the same video show stuff, and they've gotten some slightly different things. So I'm not sure what to expect. I haven't seen anybody else that gets anything that's other than the more extreme metal. So I'm hoping that I'm not, going to get that. The first box was perfect. It was great, but we'll see. So I've already scored it. Let's take a look. I have the vinyl edition, which I've only seen one other person. Matt shows Matt over at the Accusation Network is where I learned about this from, actually months and months ago. And he showed his box the other day. And of course, he gets some more extreme stuff with the t-shirts and everything. So we'll see where we go with this. Like I say, some of the extras have been common. I don't think everybody got the cardboard that I got. I got this cool cardboard here, so I'll put that to the side. All right, so I have seen people get an extra CD in the box. So what this is it's a split CD. It's going to have songs from each band, Septory and Sadistic Forest. Now, this is one of the things, I know I've seen other people receive the split CD. I can't say for sure that this is the exact same one. It doesn't seem, I don't know, I didn't pay as much attention. Now, this is going to be something that is probably in the standard boxes. This is a death metal band. Septory, there's 4 songs on here by them, and Sadistic Forest is 4 songs on here also. And they are a death metal type band, so this is probably something that was in most all the boxes. I'll give it a check. It's not that I am opposed to some of the death metal. It really depends on the vocal stylings. I do like a lot of extreme metal, but I just don't listen to it enough to where I'd want to subscribe to a box that gets it. But I would definitely check it out. Like I say, I think the other ones I've seen were singles, but this has actually got 4 of each songs on there, so definitely check that out. Nice little situation there. Let's see what's next. All right, now I saw this in other people's kits. Now, I guess if you had the other boxes with the t-shirts and stuff and it was a bigger box, you also got like a coffee mug that goes with this. So this is called Chocolyptic Raids. Now, if you're familiar with that, that is the cover from the Hellhammer album Apocalyptic Raids. And then the cup that came, now Hellhammer, of course, went on to, is always associated, members of that went on to do Celtic Frost. And there was a coffee mug that came with it that other people got if you had the other type of Metalhead box, which is it had the Celtic Frost logo, but it actually said Celtic Froth. And it was a coffee mug, and then they had hot chocolate. So this is just kind of a play on words with the title and look. And it's hot chocolate. Some of the extras they throw in here. All right. Now I have seen this. I saw this in mats. This is a record, a slip mat for your vinyl record. And it is, again, it's the extra stuff that they throw in here doesn't seem to change. So this would also be death metal oriented. This is from the band Dismember, their first album, Like an Ever-Flowing Stream. And it's just a felt pad. It's kind of neat artwork. It doesn't, it's got that death look in view, but it doesn't have any title or anything, so it could just be looked at as a general piece of artwork. But if you're familiar with this band, which I would say I am not, they are, a death metal band from Sweden is about all I know, but I have never heard their music. So I may, I don't know, I've got an actual acrylic, and so it wouldn't do to put one of these on top of it, but it is neat, might be worth hanging up. It's just a cool piece of art. All right, now we get into the actual records. Let's see here, the first one. All right, so I see that I am Skeleton. This is actually the same vinyl record that Matt had shown. This is death black metal. So either they got my box wrong or there was no option this month for the styles that I chose. Kind of sad. I'll check it out, but probably not something that I'm going to get many repeated listens to, and I may end up passing along to someone. They are, like I say, a death metal band. This is a recent release. It's actually their 2020 album. I think previous to this, if I recall, is just mainly they've released some, cassettes and stuff like that. But this is the actual full album that they've come out with. So I've heard Matt talk about it, and I just know a little about them. So this is not faring well for where we're heading with this, but let's see what we have next. Okay, so this is a little more promising. This is Pallbearer. This is not the same album that I've seen others get. This is not the same one that I saw on the other vinyl box that Matt had. This is Pallbearer. It's their 2010 demo. It is a vinyl reissue. It is it's just a three-track EP type thing. It says it's on colored vinyl. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. So we've got the 3 tracks there, and the back, you can't really see it, but the back is etched. It's got like pictures of tombstones and things that you would associate with that. So while the subcategory of doom metal was not chosen for me, I will say that I can appreciate and like doom metal more than black or death metal. Now the reason I didn't go with a doom metal subgenre is because that's such a broad category now too. If we're talking doom metal along the lines of Trouble or Place of Skulls or things along that line where the vocal stylings are more decipherable, that's fine. But when you get into like atmospheric doom metal or death doom, when you get into some of the stuff that's really dark and deep and almost death doom to where the vocals are undecipherable, and then I lose interest. That's I love the music, but I can't stand the vocal stylings. From what I know about this, they don't fall into that category. They're not quite as death doomy in the vocal style. So this is worth checking out. It is, it's interesting to have. I do wish there was more than 3 songs, but we'll check it out. This is more along the lines of what I've been looking for over that first one. And then this month's package didn't have one of the enamel pins. That was one of the issues that held up the box. They had a problem getting the pins in, and so they went ahead and shipped them without. So this is the first time I've gotten this, but this tends to come in most boxes. This is a hand-signed picture, and this is Dave Ingram of the band Benediction. It says their new album, Scriptures, is out now. Another band that I'm, again, these extras that come in the box tend to be the same for everyone. So if you're into that band, that's cool. I'm not real familiar with them. I understand they are one of the more aggressive bands, but what it does is it causes me at least to go check them out. Maybe I will be into them. I've never heard of the band before this, but I've seen other people show this, so it's worth hey, they check them out. And this is a hand autographed thing. Some of the little extras that you get exclusively in the Metalhead box, and see, it says it's got the logo, and they tend to get that. They tend to get bands to sign things like that. And then every box came with the Happy Holidays card. And what this has is it's got like this, I guess you'd call it Krampus, the like evil Christmas thing, and he's over here. The kids are watching, and he has, you know, destroyed Santa. So, kind of a little, you know, evil twist there on the holiday season. Thank you for being a subscriber, the Metalhead Box team. So, yes, okay, so my second box is a little less satisfying than my first, which had music that I just truly loved. I'm going to check it out, though, and we'll see. It could be one of those, you know, flukes. But I am seeing stuff different than other people. So I do know that they are trying to curate stuff based on the people's interest. I'm assuming that maybe this month they just didn't have something that's more in the classic, traditional, or power type metal area. So I got this. I'm not, you know, it is what it is, and we'll check it out. I'm looking forward to future boxes. Anyway, finally got that in. I'm glad that this is coming in. The new one will technically be going out this week, I guess, if everything goes according to plan. So, you know, it'll be a little while getting it here from Canada, but that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Rock on.